In 1919, after being demobilized from the British Army, the motor mechanic William Lyons married his sweetheart, Grace. Little did he know how profoundly this event would transform his life. Lyons loved to speed around his hometown of Blackpool on his Norton motorcycle, nicknamed the Oil Bath because of its constant leaks. He dreamed of owning a machine as impressive as a Harley-Davidson or even a Bro Superior, considered the Rolls-Royce of British motorcycles. However, married life brought a shift in priorities. His wife wasn't keen on the romance of motorcycling and didn't enjoy the pillion seat. So William had to put aside his dreams of a new motorcycle and quickly consider getting a sidecar for his old one. Lyons didn't have to look far for inspiration. He approached a fellow mechanic, Tom Walmsley. Besides his mechanical skills, Lyons was also a talented artist and personally offered Walmsley an elegant design for a sidecar. The result was so successful that everyone who passed by invariably asked where they could buy one. Consequently, Lyons decided to set up his own production of these self-designed sidecars. The newly minted entrepreneur, though lacking formal education, possessed artistic flair and business acumen. He convinced Walmsley, who was 10 years his senior, that he could make the venture profitable. Lyons secured the initial capital of $1,000 by asking his father-in-law, a small shopkeeper. The partners rented a former railway shed and hired workers. In 1922, they officially registered the firm as the Swallow Sidecar Company Limited. At the time, the SS initials hadn't yet acquired their ominous, runic connotations. Following the motorcycle sidecars, they moved on to producing light, sporting bodies for affordable cars like the Austin 7. Roadster versions from Blackpool began appearing on British roads. Orders grew so numerous that they had to rent several railway carriages and assemble the cars inside them. Later, the partners relocated to Coventry, the very heart of England's industrial center. Lyons always meticulously crafted his cars, carefully calculating the cost of every component. Colleagues would say of him, "He seems to know the price of every nut and bolt." Perhaps this is why his cars were always significantly cheaper than those of his competitors. When the SS-1, the first true car based on a standard 16 chassis, appeared in 1932, it cost just $310. Its 2.5-liter, six-cylinder engine producing 68 horsepower allowed it to exceed 100 kilometers per hour. With this model, Lyons aimed for young, fast-driving enthusiasts just like himself. Competitors from Coventry immediately dubbed the SS-1 a Jewish Bentley, clearly implying that tight-fisted buyers would grudgingly shell out for this imitation of a sports car. The jokes continued until Queen Elizabeth herself, the wife of King George VI, bought this imitation for her garage. Moreover, it turned out that the SS-1 could easily reach 144 kilometers per hour. What could possibly be wrong with a car that goes so fast? The birth of the SS-1 wasn't easy. On the prototype SS-1 Coupe, Lyons had lowered the roofline so much that it seemed even a person of average height wouldn't be able to sit behind the wheel. But a month before the presentation, Lyons unfortunately ended up in the hospital with appendicitis. While he was there, Walmsley fitted a taller, more human-sized body to the chassis. Ultimately, Lyons had his way, and the SS-1 became the lowest car. Two people could comfortably shake hands over its roof, but not Lyons and Walmsley after their disagreement. Soon after, Lyons bought out Walmsley's shares in the company and became the sole owner. It marked the beginning of the tradition of including the model's top speed in its name. With its likely 100 model that appeared the following year, Lyons commissioned the renowned artist and sculptor Frederick Gordon Crosby to create a Jaguar figurine. The Roadster itself proved to be no less aggressive than the animal it was named after. Not every sports car in 1936 could achieve 160 kilometers per hour, and accelerating to 113 kilometers per hour took a mere 11 seconds. Yet the SS-100 cost $385, half the price of its an SS-100 Jaguar was unusual. The distinctive look resulted from shifting the engine further back. The frame was low but featured high arches over the front one. In 1938, the SS-100's engine was bored out to 3.5 liters, and it produced 125 horsepower. The car's top speed surpassed the coveted 100 miles per hour, as indicated by the 100 badge on the radiator grille. The 3.5-liter version of the SS-100 cost $440. Despite this, there weren't enough cars to meet demand. Only 198 examples with a 2.5-liter engine and 116 with a 3.5-liter engine were produced. The majority of these cars found owners in Great Britain, with only 49 being exported. In 1940, the production of civilian vehicles ceased. During wartime, Swallow Sidecar Company Limited shifted its focus to manufacturing aircraft components. After the war, when the SS abbreviation began to evoke negative connotations due to other infamous uses, William Lyons renamed his company Jaguar Cars Limited. This happened on April 9,